Hello everyone, welcome to Hyderabad School of Learning. In this video, I would like to make you understand the exam format of Pearson Test of English Academic. So, first slide, maybe when you look at this slide, you understand there are five contents, test contents. One is called personal introduction, and Pearson gives you a minute time to present about yourself. And though Pearson gives you a 1 minute time, you don't have to speak about 1 minute. You can speak for 30 seconds and submit your response in personal introduction. But personal introduction does not give you any points, but you have to speak about yourself. What can you include in your personal introduction? I'll tell you in my next slide. But otherwise, the exam goes this way, right? First is speaking module, second is writing, third is reading, fourth is listening module. That's how the exam goes. And we have an approximate time per question, per module. And Pearson never gives you overall time to the exam. But you should be able to finish your exam in around 2 hours. So let's see what we have in each module. So first, let us take a look at speaking module. So speaking module, we have got five questions. And the questions that we have in speaking module are what? Read aloud, repeat sentences, describe images, read a lecture, answer short answer questions. In this exam, in read aloud, in the read aloud question contributes towards speaking and reading module. This is one such an exam, which is definitely interesting. Of course, we have contributions from one module can contribute to your score in the other modules, which is definitely an advantage. So read aloud question contributes to what? Speaking and reading module. We have around 7 questions. We have a phenomenal contribution from read aloud. And repeat sentences question contributes to speaking and listening. We may have around 10 questions. In the describe image question category, we have contribution only to speaking module, and you may get around 3 to 4 questions. And retail question also contributes heavily, of course, to speaking and listening module. You may get around 1 to 2 questions. And answer short answer question. This is the least weighted question in speaking module, and we have points to speaking and listening, but very less, of course, when it comes to contribution. And you may get around 5 to 6 questions from answer short answer question category. And after this, you will move on to writing module. And in writing module, we have got 2 questions. One is called summarize written text question. And this question contributes to reading and writing score. You may get most likely one. Very rarely, of course, you may get a second question also. But otherwise, one question means 10 minutes time. And you have points to reading and writing. So I will also tell you about the contributions and the points in my next slides. So essay question, we have one. And if you get one essay question, you have 20 minutes time and you get points only to writing score. And minimum time that you spend in writing module is what? 30 minutes. And if you get maybe extra question, summarize written text question, then what happens? You may spend 40 minutes also, right? But Pearson does not give you overall time to the writing module. So each question is independently timed. Now after writing module, we have reading module. So reading module looks like this. We have got how many questions? We have got 5 questions, and those are multiple choice single answer, multiple choice multiple answers, reorder, fill in the blanks, drag and drop question we can call it, fill in the blanks, reading and writing question. And the last question that is called reading and writing fill in the blanks. That is the only one question we have contribution to other module, that is writing module. And Pearson may give you overall around 15 questions, maybe approximately 2 questions per question item, like that. Multiple choice single answer around 2 questions, multiple choice multiple answers, maybe you may get around 2 questions, reorder maybe 2 to 3 questions also possible, fill in the blanks where you will drag and drop options, right? We have 4 questions, fill in the blanks, reading and writing, you may get 5 questions. So you may have around 15 questions, and Pearson gives you around 30 minutes time. Overall time is given to us. So in the exam, in reading module, there is no time per question. Time is given overall. And after reading module, we have listening module. And listening module, we have got 8 questions. And in the exam also, we get questions in this order. And these 8 questions are in 2 different sections. Section 1, we have got only one question, that is called summarize spoken text question, that contributes to listening and writing modules. You may get one, sometimes two also. Right, so the overall impact, those things, we will talk in our next slides, contributions and points. And section 2, we have 7 questions, and the exam also we get questions in the same order that you find on my screen in listening section 2. And there are two questions that carry negative marking here: multiple choice multiple answers and highlight incorrect word questions. In reading module, we have one question that carries negative marking, that is called multiple choice multiple answers. So overall, we have got only three questions that carry negative marking: in reading one and listening two. So we have around 20 plus minutes time for doing all the questions in section 2 of listening module. And we may get around, so if you look at the section 2, the first six questions, those are multiple choice multiple answers, fill in the blanks, highlight correct summary, multiple choice single answers, select missing word, highlight incorrect word questions, and write from dictation, right? So from these, maybe apart from write from dictation comes at the end. But from these six questions, you may get what? You are likely to get around two questions per question item. And if it is 6 into 2, 12, then right from dictation you may get around definitely three questions and sometimes four also. So overall you may get around 15 questions, and PSN gives you what? Overall time around 20 plus minutes, sometimes 21, 22 minutes time. So there is no time per question. So you must manage your time in these six questions in such a way that by the time you come to right from dictation, you should be able to save around 2 minutes, because doing right from dictation is important for all kinds of test takers, whether you are trying for admissions into universities or immigration, where people are trying for 20 points towards immigration. For all kinds of test takers, doing right from dictation is vital, because that is going to be a game decider. So let's see in my next slide. I would like to tell you, anyway, your exam starts with what? Personal introduction. It does not carry any points, but you have to speak about yourself. Maybe this slide should tell you what you can include in your self-introduction. Maybe I gave you a small sample also here. Maybe on these lines, you can also prepare your self-introduction and submit. You can speak for around 20, 25, 30 seconds and submit. And once you are done with your personal introduction, your exam starts with what? Speaking module, then writing, then reading, then listening. So let's see now the contributions. Right, this exam is interesting in the sense that one module can impact your score in the other modules. So speaking module, as we know, we have got 5 questions, and those 5 questions can give you 90 points to speaking. But speaking can contribute to reading and listening as well. So from speaking, we have one question called read aloud. That question can carry points to the extent of 20 to 25 points also. And from speaking, we have got points to listening, 3 questions, and those are, so the question that carries points to reading module from speaking is what? Read aloud. And 3 questions from speaking module carry points to listening. Those are repeat sentences, rate a lecture, answer short questions. And we may have around 25 points, around 25. Not exactly also, because it's all approximation. And from writing module, we know that we have 2 questions, and those 2 questions can get you points to writing to the extent of around 40 to 45 points. But from writing module, we have points to reading score also. We have around 10 points to reading module. That question is called summarize written text question. And after that, we have reading module, wherein one question in reading module, that is called reading and writing, that can get you around 10 points to writing score. And from reading module, we have got 5 questions, but we may get around 15 questions from these 5 question types. We may have around 50 points to reading from within reading. So your performance, even if you get all questions within reading right, you will not get what? 60 points also, because reading score is the result of your performance in all 4 modules. Every module contributes to your reading score. So from reading, after reading, you have listening module. From listening, we have, that there are 3 questions. Those are called summarize spoken text question, fill in the blanks question, and write from dictation question. So those 3 questions can carry points to writing score, maybe to the extent of around 35 points plus also. And from listening, we have got 2 questions that carry points to reading score also. Those are highlight correct summary and highlight incorrect word question. So those 2 questions can get you around 10 points to your reading score. And from listening, you can get points to listening, definitely, right? So there are 8 questions in listening module, and you may get around 65 points from those 8 questions. So if you look at maybe how a test taker can get 90 in a particular module. So a test taker can get 90 in speaking module because of his performance in speaking module only. Of course, strategies we can get to know in our training classes. And in writing module, how can somebody get 90? Because of what? Your performance in writing module, your performance in reading module, and your performance in listening module. So if you look at writing, reading, and listening, your performance in writing, your performance in reading, and your performance in listening. All these three will get you points to what? 90 points to writing score. How does 90 happen in reading module? 90 can happen in reading module because of what? Your performance in speaking, your performance in writing, your performance in reading, your performance in listening. So your performance in all four modules can help you get 19 reading module. Whereas you can get 19 listening because of what? Your performance in speaking and listening module. So three questions in speaking and eight questions in listening module will help you get 19 listening module. So let's see now the contributions from each module. So when it comes to speaking module, we know that there are five questions, and these your performance in these five questions will help you get what? 19 speaking. And then one question that is called read aloud can get you what? Around 20 to 25 points to reading score. And from listening, from speaking, you can also get points to listening module. And those three questions are what? Repeat sentences, read a lecture, and answer short answer questions. So these will get you what? Around 25 points to listening score. And from after speaking, then let's take a look at the contributions from writing to other modules. So from writing module, we know that there are two questions, and these two questions can get you around 40 to 45 points to your writing score. And from writing module, we have a question called summarize written text question, and this can get you around 10 points to your reading score. But the overall impact of writing module is what? Only around 50 plus points only. But your writing can happen 90 only when you get contribution from listening and a little from, of course, reading module. And look at after writing module, we have reading module. So we have five questions, and these five questions in reading module are like multiple choice module answers, multiple choice single answer, reorder, fill in the blanks, reading and writing, fill in the blanks, right? So these questions can get you what? Around 50 points. But from reading module, we have a question called what? Reading and writing fill in the blanks question, which can get you what? 10 points to writing score. And from after reading, we have a listening module. And in listening module, we know that there are eight questions. These eight questions can get you what? Around 60 to 65 points to listening module. And to listening module, speaking will also contribute. So that's how it is going to be 90. And then we have points from listening module, right? There are two questions, highlight correct summary and highlight correct incorrect words. These two questions can carry points to reading module to the extent of 10 points. And from listening module, there are three questions that carry points to your writing score, and those are summarize spoken text, fill in the blanks, and write from dictation. These three questions can get you what? Around 35 plus points to your writing score. Maybe how a person can get 90s or let's say 79s, or maybe students who are trying for admissions to universities. So in our training course classes, we teach you the tips, techniques, strategies, how maybe your responses can be aligned to the artificial intelligence tool defined by Pearson. So you can actually attend our classes. We offer a Pearson test of English training course in three different formats. One is you can attend our classroom live, which is also called offline classes, and we have classes online live, uh, and we have another mode of offering the same course. We have mobile app wherein we have recorded all our sessions. You can also register for our course in the mobile app. You can download, of course, Hyderabad School of Learning, whether it's Android or Apple. So you can watch it. But for more details, of course, you can always contact us. Maybe you can write to us training at hslacademy.com or info at hslacademy.com. Thank you.